Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, what I want to have a look at, entertainment only, using my Gilded Tarot Royale, a question brought up by one of my beautiful viewers of something I didn't realise. I'm not across everything, so I love it when you bring questions up. Judge Engoron is being investigated by the New York, so if I'm looking this way, this is because this is where all my notes are, being investigated by the New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct because apparently prior to making his ruling, Judge Engoron was in the hallway of the courthouse. Adam Bailey, who is a quite prominent real estate lawyer, does cross the line on occasionally, has had his law license revoked in the past and then regained it. So Adam Bailey, who is usually on the side of defence, I believe, I may be wrong in regards to that, but that's not relevant in this case, was chatting to one of his clients, excused himself from the client and wandered down and engaged Judge Engoron in a conversation, a hallway chat. Now, apparently, the crux of that hallway chat was they would apparently Don and Trump Org and all the rest of it was not mentioned in the hallway chat at all. However, as Adam Bailey puts it, it wasn't like they were talking about the Mets football team or basketball team or whoever the Mets are. Adam Bailey says it was an abstract discussion in regards to real estate cases, an abstract discussion. Apparently, Judge Engoron is allowed to obtain advice from third parties, disinterested experts, but he would need to let both the defence and the prosecution know that he is going for this advice. So it's one of those grey areas. Judge Engoron did not instigate the conversation. Adam Bailey has come out and said it was an abstract discussion about real estate law, not this case in particular. However, if Judge Engoron is found to have crossed the line or done something irregular in regards to this particular case and his ruling, Judge Engoron has come out and said it did not affect his ruling at all. And in fact, what Adam Bailey had talked about in abstract was the opposite of what Judge Engoron ruled. But if the New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct find that Judge Engoron has crossed the line, could be in for some trouble here. So we've got here packing up the truth, moving forward. I'm wondering whether this is the New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct or simply Judge Engoron or simply justice itself, justice moving forward. So, ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy, Judge Engoron, I'm a little bit disappointed in regard. It's like so many of these, they have to be so careful in these high-profile cases. I would have much preferred that he had just said to Adam Bailey, cannot discuss this, I'm going to lunch, see you later. However, I do understand judicial minds, they like anybody, enjoying an abstract conversation. Okay, let's have a look. How is this going to play out? The State Commission, New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct, doing an investigation into Judge Engoron because of an abstract hallway conversation that he had with Adam Bailey. Is this going to affect the Trump Org trial? Is this going to affect, what effect is this going to have on the Trump Org trial? What effect is this going to have on the Trump Org trial? I almost don't know if I want to read on this. Come on down, let's have a look. Oh, deep breath. Right, well, here's Trump. Trump, as he sees himself as the businessman, as the signifier here, this is the Trump Org trial. Challenged by this Devil, toxic energy. It's almost a bit like the D.A. Willis case in Georgia. I know D.A. Willis deserves to be the lead prosecutor in this, but because there is such a strong case against those that are being prosecuted, they will throw everything at it to delay it, hopefully pass the election. And if they do, they're hoping somebody else gets elected into the position who will then stop the trial going forward. But yeah, this Trump and his toxic energy. Okay, foundation, trying to throw shade, illusion, smoke and mirrors onto this trial. Oh, goodness, because this is the energies in the here and now. They're really trying to throw shade on it. In the past, contracts and agreements, but it's about the rise of the feminine energy and the fading of this toxic dictatorship, patriarchal, my way or the highway, aggressive bully energy in the past. Okay, let's see where this goes. Crowning this reading, loss, disappointment, heartbreak. How's it going to affect the Trump trial, the Trump ruling? I'm hoping this is disappointment for Trump and his team because this is all Trump energy here, but it's not going to be successful. Let's see where it goes. A new message, new beginning, new light. I think the ruling is going to hold. Externally, secrets were brought to the surface and exposed. Could be Judge Engoron having this conversation. Could also be the Trump org secrets. Secrets from the past. We've got here the abuse of power. The win at any cost. So this is the Trump team literally trying to steal the truth to win at any cost. The outcome. The voter, the happy families, celebration for Judge Engoron. Thank goodness. I will ask a slightly different way to see whether I get the same ruling, but I think it's going to be positive. Celebration for Judge Engoron. I think he's going to be okay. I might just ask this slightly differently. So show me. Will Judge Engoron, having this conversation with Adam Bailey, cause a mistrial? I'm going to ask specifically, will Judge Engoron, having had this conversation, will it put the Trump org ruling and trial in jeopardy? You want that one? You want those? Okay. Queen of Swords, bringing forth the truth, clarity, wisdom in regards to the oligarchical money or an ending, and the judgment. So this was the ruling. The case was brought forward. Oh, it was a Letitia James case. Of course it was. Letitia James bringing forth an ending of the Trump org. It's my Trump org card. And the ruling was made. Okay, is this going to jeopardise it? Ten of Cups, celebration, even though I poker shuffled them back in, and Judge Engoron at the base. Oh, I don't think it will. Positive headlines and justice being served. I don't think it will. Okay. Ask slightly differently. How will the decision on Judge Engoron having a discussion with Adam Bailey affect from the Trump point of view? Will Trump, or will there be a mistrial, or will Trump, oh goodness, what have I got there that keeps popping out? Yeah, I don't know that they're going to succeed. The infighting in the ranks for the Trump org team. Show me. How will this investigation play out for Trump org defense team? How will it play out for the Trump org defense team? Don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to play out particularly successfully for them. Doesn't mean they won't try, but you've got the crown at the top there being exploded off the tower. This is the signifier for the Trump org team. Page of Pentacles, diminished. Can be defense, diminished defense perhaps. Trump at the bottom trying to dictate the terms, the control, the investigation that revealed the snake and the path in the past. Well, we've got 3 major arcana here. Okay, crowning this reading, we've got Trump org itself. But going forward, trying to bring a ship into harbour via this plan. Oh, goodness me, externally for them, they've just chained themselves to this devil energy. Internally, they're trying to bring forward any legal snippet that they can. How's it going to play out? The Sun card, full illumination. They're going to be seen for what they're going to try and do. Here's Trump himself. Karma's coming and biting him on the bum. Secret agenda behind the scenes. The prosecution standing. I really feel it's going to be uncomfortable for Judge Engoron. The ruling being looked at, we've got retreat, the light shining through the window at it, but positive headlines for justice. So I think it'll stand, but he's going to find himself unwounded, under scrutiny, brought into question. But I do have positive headlines for justice coming out. Heartbreak and loss for those that are trying to delude. I think the ruling's going to stand, but Judge Engoron, why would you do that? I might just grab pendulum because this is really important, and I want to make sure I'm not bringing bias into this. So, those that are new, it's an amethyst that's been with me for 25 plus years. Bit of wire from the craft shop and a chain out of my drawer. I have my finger hanging there so you can see it's not me waggling away. Now, round and round means they're ready for a question, doesn't matter which way it turns. Back and forth towards me is yes, side to side is no, and at an angle is sort of. Right, can you show me, is Judge Engoron being investigated going to adversely affect the ruling on the Trump org trial? Is Judge Engoron being investigated going to adversely affect? So sort of, right, I suppose I need to clarify a bit. Is the investigation into Judge Engoron about his discussion with Adam Bailey going to going to make his ruling invalid? Is the investigation going to make Judge Engoron's ruling invalid? I'm looking at the questions. I'm not looking at my pendulum. Right, that's a no. No, it's not. Is Judge Engoron's ruling in regards to Trump or going to stand? Is Engoron's ruling, and that's a yes. Oh, thank goodness. However, add in another delay, add in just roll my eyes and shake my head. One Engoron, not one, that's one Michelle, Judge Engoron. What were you thinking? I understand it was an abstract conversation that you did not instigate, but really, one should have just said, can't talk about it, I'm off for lunch, I'll let the parties know that we're going to have a conversation and we'll go from there, or something along those lines. Okay, see how it plays. Love to you all. Take care.